What's up, everybody? Sorry, just waiting for this to pull up so I can see your comments for whoever comes on. Just waiting a second, and then we'll go over what happened today. Give everyone a second. All right, there we go. Cool, it all worked out. Oh, Erin is there, which means Judy and Megan are there. Hi, Judy. Hi, Megs. Judy isn't there yet. She'll see it in a minute, anyways. So Detective 1000 came out today. It's a huge milestone. They actually called it a landmark. So this is kind of where Batman got his name from. What's up, Hans? Hanzo11830 is my account for Overwatch Online. But anyways, so yeah, Detective Comics came out. When it originally started, it didn't have Batman. It was exactly what it sounds like. Like, it was just these random detective stories with like police people and just cops and all that stuff. And then eventually it adapted when DC took over. It became the Batman story, and it still continued. And today, issue number 1000 dropped. So it's a 94-page paper. Pretty sure there's no previews or anything in it, which is awesome. It's just a straight read. It's a lot of mini stories when you open it, so it's kind of stories over the year that have happened. So I'll show you guys the covers. The shop I go to, shout out to Fourth World, did a deal where you got all what everyone thought was going to be 11 variant covers, and then ended up being there ended up being the 12th. So it was really cool. I don't know which one the 12th is. I have a feeling I do, but we'll go over all of them. I'll show you. What they did was they did it by the decade. So it's 80 years of Batman. They just put out a book on that. I'm going to get that pretty soon and show you guys that. I'll have it on Friday, I believe. All good, dude. I'll message you afterwards. So, yeah, let's start. So 1930s, when it first started. What's weird is that these say May. I have a feeling that was a misprint, or it was supposed to come out in May, and it came out in March instead, because obviously today is March 27th. So you have our cover for the 1930s. Every one of them says it on a corner in small print. So this one says it down here, if you can zoom in on that. So this is your 1930s cover. We'll go on. And then I'll put them in the order I like the most in, and you guys can send me if you liked it any differently. This one is beyond awesome. This is for the 40s. Nice little Joker cover with Batman and Robin on it. I don't know if Batman initially had any kind of a Robin, so I'll find out. Another sick one. 1950s, Batman, Robin, and a whole bunch of different Batmans in there. I'll give everybody a couple seconds to check each one out. This thing, I never realized how delayed these are compared to what I actually say.
I'm a great cameraman, too.
Yeah, but alright. My mom's recording again, everybody. 1960s. Is Judy there yet? Judy. What's really cool about the 60s one, I have a feeling I'm a little crazy thinking of this, but this signature looks like Scott Snyder's, the way the rope is tied up, and then if you look next to it, it shows you the artist's name, so all of them have the artist's name on them too. Both of them, or if there's two, more than one. Oh, alright, well, they can watch later. 1970s, starting to get pretty sick. Obviously, the art is getting a little bit different. The styles are changing. That's what's awesome about this, is they let everybody choose their own. They gave everybody a decade, all the great artists to have done Batman throughout the years. So, thank you, Hans, for saying my mom is the best. I do not like this one, I'm not going to lie. And it's weird, because we talked about Frank Miller on one of my episodes. He's awesome. And he did, I think he did the 300 series.
Underwear.
If I said what Martin was, remember when Martin had commented. But yeah, just not a big fan of this one. It's really cool. I like how it's kind of like zombie-esque-ish almost, but just not one of my favorites. 1990s. Nice cool one. That's like your basic standard animated Batman series kind of look there, which I would bet you $1 million is the same person. So, yeah, not a good one. I didn't like it either, but this one's getting better. 2000 is sick. This guy literally just goes by the name Jock. If you just type in Jock on Instagram, I'm pretty sure he's the first person who comes up with the blue check mark, so he's legit. Jock still draws for Batman. It's awesome. He's an incredible artist, so this was a really cool one. If you follow him on Instagram, he posted a bunch of pictures leading up to why he chose this look of Batman. 2010, the next decade, which the decade we're obviously in. I like that one a lot too. A lot different, but it shows like the dark side of Batman. Technically, there's been a lot of stories about how it's the dark years for Batman anyways, the dark ages, so. And then you have your most recent ones. This is just kind of like bonuses. This is definitely my favorite one. So if you read any comics that are DC, every one of them has a preview article on this cover. And what's awesome is when we get to the back of it, you got your side with Robin. This is definitely, if you look at the logo, that's kind of Ben Affleck's Batman logo. So that's what's cool, is that it really looks into everything and it has all of his enemies. And then this one is the same thing, except if you look at it, obviously it's just kind of straight up. But when you look at it from the side, it is exactly the same. I think this was the bonus one, to be honest. I think this was maybe supposed to be like a poster, and they did it. But it's literally the same as this one. Batman is the same in both. And then Robin is the same on both. So it's the same cover. And then got more people on here than I thought I was going to have, to be honest, guys. And then you have a blank cover, which is going to be awesome. So I'm going to do something special with this. All of these were $10, by the way. I got mine for a discounted price because I got all of them at once. Plus, I got the bonus with the 12th one. Yeah, right? So what I'm going to do with this one is I have a good friend whose fiance is an artist. And I'm going to go pick up another one, too. And I'm going to try and get Red Vandal to design me a cover. And I'm going to give one to my friend's fiance. I'm going to give him this one, I think. And I'm going to see if he'll do something for me and sign it and everything and give me an awesome cover. Maybe he'll take some requests if I can think of one, but in all honesty, I don't know if I have any. So, like I said, real quick, I'll go into this one. We're not going to count in the one that's a favorite, my autograph.
Nicktendo.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. So real quick, let's just do a quick order to see what we think. That's definitely, oh no, this one is definitely last, when we talked about Hans. Where's the 40s one? That's going there. This one's going here. Real quick. This is sick. It really isn't. It's truly a landmark day, like they had said. It's cool that they called it that. I didn't know that they were going to do that. We'll do that one. I don't know. You like perched up Batman or you like standard Batman? I'm asking you, Ma. I've been in love with this one all day.
I like that one.
So we'll do that one. We'll mix it up. We'll do these two.
Do you still think you're a Batman?
I am Batman. I don't think I'm Batman. I am Batman. She doesn't get it. Alright, real quick. So let's do a quick reveal, and then I'll get out of here for the day. So we're going to go from, again, we're not going to include the blank, which I got to stop touching things and then touching it, because if this gets dirty, I'm going to be furious. Super anal about things like that. I don't have many of these. I just get
Judy's
them in.
there.
Hi, Judy. I bother Judy all day at work. Alright, so least favorite, we'll go with 1980s. I think Hansley agrees with me. Camiotti is here. What's up, brother?
It's because of his underwear.
It's just, the whole picture is just weird. It's cool, but it's just weird. Hi, Mags. Then we'll go to 1930s. It's a cool one. That's the thing. Now they all get good. It's just that first one that I didn't like. So this is still a good cover. You have the original Batman mask where it's really pointy, which is, if you ever watched the original Batman show, it's the same way. 1970s, perched up. Again, a really good one, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it just gets harder and harder to choose now. Again, go through the order with me if you want. I'll go with the sideways one, because that's going to be my favorite at the end, like I talked about. So this is sick that that's sideways. It just doesn't fit into many things. I'm going to try and get as many of these signed as I can. 2010, definitely coming up next. What number is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. It's crazy. This one is sick, and it's halfway for me. So, really cool one. Batman diving. I think this was 1960s cover. Yep. It's sad that I already know all the years on the covers and the decades that they went through. So that's coming close. Remember, I started with least favorite to favorite. Standard straight up Batman. I like this one. Hi, Boo Boo. Hi, Megs. You're the only person I still call me that. My mom is reading that now, right? Like, what the hell? 1950s. This one is cool, because if you look around, there's so many different Batmans on here, and it looks like they're going to fight Batman and Robin, so I just, started Detective Comics, to be honest, so I just kind of pick them up out of the bins, and it's one of my new things. All of them have Shazam on the back. Shazam next Friday. Check it out, I guess. Jocks, definitely up there. That made my top 3. Very cool, very standard, very dark version of Batman. Again, the dark years, possibly. 1940s. This is crazy, because this had to be when the Joker got introduced. When they really started bringing him more and more villains. Because originally in Detective Comics, Batman was just fighting, he wasn't fighting villains, he was just fighting, crime. Basic standard stuff. And number 1, sad that I'm picking this as number 1, but I truly do love it. I love it that it's got all the villains around it. You got the Joker. Even Nightwing is in the background. I just noticed that. The back again. Catwoman, Two-Face. Alfred is on there. The Riddler. Scarecrow. So Really crazy. Yeah, this is a sick one. $10 each. Go pick one up. If this is where you start your comic collection, start it here. You know, they're not done. Another quick thing I'll just give you info on. I forgot I have it too. I'll show it in my next episode on Tuesday, even though it won't make sense. There was Action Comics is what the Superman series is called. So this isn't even called Batman. These are just Detective Comics. It has Batman's name on it, but he just runs the show. So Action Comics is the same thing with Superman. They didn't make it nearly as big of a deal. It was awesome, but it just wasn't the biggest thing. Like, this was huge. This was all over Instagram. It was on TV. It was crazy. So thanks very much. I'll give you one more quick glance, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so you got your blank cover. I'm going to talk to somebody about that. This was the cover of the 80s. I don't remember my order, and I'm just watching in the camera, so 12 of them. 12 bad boys. All the same story. I only have to read one, because the rest are all the same, so. And here comes the cat. Get ready for it. She's going to go. There she is. Can you still see the comics? Very cool. Awesome freaking day. There was a line to the door when I got to the fourth world today. This was Jock, right? Yeah, knew it. I'm signing that when he comes around. That's crazy. And then I'm hitting the comic shop. Oh yeah, it's at Stony Brook. Thank you, Cameron, for my nice cat. It's not a tiger like yours, but it's a cat. So, thanks so much, guys. You can hit and I'll see you Tuesday for Nicktendo, alright?